welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. Pitt lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So Louisville's offense will go to work first. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Might be changing the route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll him at the 26. So Pittsburgh's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes the sophomore running back. He has become a key piece of this offense.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. Still on his feet at the 35. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
I really like how the quarterback was just able to turn the page that time, right? On 1st down, he got sacked. Now it's 2nd, and it's long, and it's an obvious passing situation. A lot of guys would be worried they're going to get sacked again. Clock's going off. This guy was just poised. He saw a lane. He took off, and not only did he get a couple of yards, he picked up the 1st down. This guy needs to keep scrambling.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Run inside. It's Turner. Picks up the 1st down. And he picked up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. He's already been, now he's hit again. Like, They've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it slips just inside that right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole.
Here we go. Ready? Go, go.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Foley. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down.
Ready, go.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Finds a man on the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down.
95, 96, bridge. 95, 96, ready. Blue, 22, blue, colors. Ready, go.
The play action fake. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Whistle blows to stop the clock as they check on an injured Cardinal on the play. And is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Fires to the right. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Takes the easy one to the back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Soft spot in the middle. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Trying to run, it's Turner. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Week 12, you get through this far, you just hate to see it. We'll have Holly check on this injury a bit later on. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's in! Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
And the offense gets 7 on that drive. And I tell you what, man, like, they got 3. They got some good momentum going, continued the momentum, creating some big plays. Palmer, this offense feels like right now, early in this football game, that they're in control, that they know what they want to do, and the defense is reeling a little bit.
Yeah, the defense needs a stop bad the next time they come out. They've got to go back. They've got to get on the iPads. They got to take a look at what this offense is doing to attack them, because they do look like they're on their heels right now. Obviously giving up a field goal early, but now a touchdown. The next time they take the field, they absolutely need a stop.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Here's Brown to begin the drive. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a second down.
Here we go, ready. 129, 129.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass, it's Cherry. Got his man. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. He's going to run it. Got 9 yards on the play. It leaves him with third and a yard. The Cardinals come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Panthers. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they now 3-possession lead at 17. This
really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can this guy do?
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Firing deep. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Whistle blows to stop the clock as they check on an injured Cardinal on the play. Week 12, you get through this far, you just hate to see it. We'll have Holly check on this injury a bit later on. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen.
Hey, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play.
A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hold. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Cherry. Here's the pressure. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Let's see what he can do with it. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Yates. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to get the first through the air. They've got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Running inside, it's Brown. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Makes the catch. It's Foley. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Snagged out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Trying to find the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
They'll run with Brown. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Louisville!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Pitt Panthers offense out there to go on the attack. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The sure hands. It's Yates. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Pitt pushing the pace.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Flips it out to the back. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Pitt calls it second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The run inside. It's Turner. They'll stop him short of the first down. It brings up fourth, but the defense doesn't have any timeouts and can't stop the clock. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Pulls it in. It's Foley. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Louisville calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That cuts into this deficit. It's now 20-10. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with UTSA taking on the number 25 team, the UAB Blazers.
On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in.
Gets away from one. Finds some space. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Pitt right back to the line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it first and 10. Might as well give it to him again.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. There's some room. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Gets it out fast. Welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Louisville's offense will go on the attack first. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup, and, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Cardinals come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season, not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it third and short, you can. When you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll give it to Brown. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Richardson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the ball's out. Who's going to get it? That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Has it.
I think as a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? Third down, you dial up the slant. It's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Here's Brown. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing. Execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. The Panthers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the sophomore running back. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns it. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in a phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that one.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lee.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Hicks. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. The Panthers have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Pittsburgh sends out the offense to start this drive. They take over down 7-0 and trying to get even on this drive. Running inside. It's Turner. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Give to the running back. Plows through the defense. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Now staring at a third and short from the 40. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's taking the shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line. A give to Brown. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. First down, right back to Brown. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. The throw to the outside is complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Brown. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll go to the air on third and short. Makes the grab. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. The Cardinals are threatening on first and goal. They'll run with Brown. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is good. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's right. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And here comes the offense on second down. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Pitt will line up to punt it away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Stepping to the right. Got a man. It's McCoy. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Wants to throw on first down. He's got an open man. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Maybe a crease. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. From the red zone, it's Davis. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He might want another play. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers and go pick route.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Gets the back moving. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown Cardinals. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Turner. Makes the catch, and he's free. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Lee.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
It's on target and complete. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. Looking downfield on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. And the Panthers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time.
And here's the third interception of the night.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Running inside, it's Davis. Makes him past the marker. They make the stop, but he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. This time he wants to throw. Right on the money. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on first. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's caught. It's Foley. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man on the right. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. Just about set to get this second half underway. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look at...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I'm not going to say this one's over, man, but once you start to get in the third quarter and you've built this big of a deficit, every possession means so much, and you can't give them away, and they do. And they give it away with the fumble, and now they're going to really need this defense to bail them out, to make some plays, to force a turnover, maybe even score because they've built a good deficit.
Trying play action. Bringing the heat. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And the Cardinals have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Picked off to stop the threat. The 50. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Kent. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And he's in. Touchdown, Pitt.
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
He'll make his way in for the 2, and now they're down by 16. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Quarterback may change this route. On third down, he drops to throw. Quickly complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Cardinals line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. The Pitt Panthers offense out there to go on the attack. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Got some room to run. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game.
And that's a frustrating couple plays for this offense. Like, you got the ball in great field position. You are set up to succeed, and 2 straight incompletions. A big third down coming to see if they can maximize. Drive.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The run inside. It's Smith. He breaks a tackle. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Caught in the backfield, it's Kent. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, we knew this defense was going to be physical in this game. How about that hit on the tight end after a nice gainer preventing him from getting the first down?
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's right. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Whole lot easier after that penalty. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Panthers.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Running inside, it's Davis. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
This is an offense that leads the nation in first downs because there's so many different ways they can attack you. They're versatile. They could throw it. They could run it. They've got so much balance, and that's what makes them so hard to stop.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. Snap in the shotgun. Rushes on him. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's McCoy. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Complete. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The whistle blows to stop the clock as they check on an injured Cardinal on the play. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And here's the pick. And oh, did they need that right now. He'll be stopped short of the 40, right at the 41. And this interception has given them a great opportunity.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Panthers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times.
Finding some room.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable third down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go with a direct snap. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey, guys, down here on the Louisville sideline, I can see developing...
Turning it on! Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Back to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Holly, what do you have?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They'll try to power their way ahead. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Man, there are a lot of players who I think might tense up in that kind of situation. You know you got the lead. It's fourth down, but they just go out and they're on the same page, and they convert, and they're able to keep this drive alive. They're going to bleed more clock.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. The run inside. It's Davis. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? The Cardinals decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Pittsburgh sends out the offense to start this drive. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Caught over the middle. It's Kent. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple minutes left. You've got the horses to get you there, but it's all about...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. Let's see what they have in the bag on third and short from their own 18. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give as they work on that clock. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Louisville! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. He's looking downfield to throw. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Caught behind the line. It's right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe two, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Pitt pushing the pace.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Got it in the middle. It's Lee. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Looking to throw on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Touchdown, Panthers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game.
Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Touchdown, Cardinals! And the stomping has commenced. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing?
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.